Welcome to Let's Talk About Love. This is Albertino, Krobea, Asante, Boateng. Thank you for taking time off your busy schedule to listen to us. And the few minutes that you listen to this video and watch it, it will really, really help you. What is love? How do you begin it? How do you go about it? Nipa bebree they are in relationships. If they have started it well, they wouldn't have the problems they have. I want to every time say kasa, and please don't forget to put your questions or comments in the comment section. I'd love to read them and answer them in the coming weeks. Thank you. So today we start with the Launchpad. The Launchpad to love, or Dok Nashasye. You see, marriage is different from what sometimes you think it is. I want to use Nipa Mirubia. I'm just creating in my mind. So I'll call one R, one S. The R will stand for the male, and S will stand for the female. So R and S are married, and this is what they are saying. Before we got married, we agreed on everything. But they say we don't agree on anything. R say S is always crying. She's making a drama of everything. She's creating scenarios. I don't understand. If I try to bring anything out for discussion, we don't seem to agree. And on Tim, I say, what is happening? The thing that is happening is say, Nipa expectations in marriage differ. See, when you are not married, you have a certain expectation of marriage. Our see, and your fault. We are watching a lot of movies these days. And movies, are kind of putting an image of our rear and love in our minds, which is created. It's a movie. It's not reality. But the reality is different. I'm not saying that the reality doesn't have that no. It's there. But if you started on the right foundation and platform. Men usually, before they get into marriages, think that, oh, when I marry, I'm supposed to be a strong husband. I'm supposed to be in charge. Mekasa is what Boateng say. He fantasized about love scenes with Fred Juma Banana, Rabishiano, no Hagen, no forgetting say. You might be a career man and your wife might be a career woman, and so there will not be anybody at home to even give you that hug you are fantasizing about now. That is the expectation. And they expect, say, when they marry or they get into relationships, they will have a gentleman. And advice will always count. She'll be a helper at home. That is the ideal. That is the expectation of women. You can add more in your mind. I'm sure you have also read. But the thing is that we forget that we are two different people. The expectations you have might not be the expectation of Bemana and Obama. So what you think is supposed to happen might not be what will happen. So because our expectations might differ, you'll find that misunderstandings will come. Disappointments will come. incompatibility will surface. You will realize that, na me feel said the bia me pe benku me ka benku ama be man na wadibi. But you meet a guy who doesn't like benku or fufu. He likes fufu. Ope or non ope mo. So what do? We'll talk about that in the coming weeks. But this is the Launchpad. So in the case of two Nipana me picture ma Robert and then let's say the lady being Sally. Their problem was not that their problem was that they didn't start the thing on a nice footing. They were simply ignorant. They didn't have a lot of information. And the area society is information world. If you don't get information, you'll be misinformed. You have the wrong expectations. And so you need to go into marriage and relationships on the right footing. Now, there are a lot of people who are waiting for men to sweep them into their arms. Remember the Brahmo trains who been on a duffel pan in Fempade. But the reality is that relationships, marriages, the urge for it is growing weaker every year. While America and name around the world, many countries, you find out that if 100 people enter into marriage, about 50 of them will break down at the end of the year. It's a sorry data, but that's the reality, because people go into it without the right expectation. The expectations are high, sometimes they are too low. Sometimes they didn't even do any background checks, they didn't have any information. Marital satisfaction is declining. That is why we are making this video for you. We want to start it well. And I'm not going to mince words. We're going to be frank with you. Yeah, mama, yeah, this is not your pure church scene. Neither am I the comical comedian counselors that you meet. This is wisdom for life. This is let's talk about love. So the reality is that there are a lot of people and they are married, but their marriage is on rocks. They pretend when you see them outside, they are holding hands. Celebrities, you find a lot of them. They are holding hands, they are happy, they are kissing each other. But when they enter their houses, we are an apartment within the house. They are making up appearances. So how do we go about this? So that is why we are starting with the Launchpad. Now, a lot of people are not divorcing because of the social and economic reason. Ujai obaya social divorce nti yebe kan ho asem. Ujai obaya ebi only provide this man ujai be me ya be only provide to wetin mu sa. But he or she is not happy. That's not what you want to be. You don't want to get into a relationship where you are not happy. It's a depressing situation. It will affect your mental health. And so we want to get it right. But let me remind you of this. Marriage is not perfect. In fact, there is no marriage on this earth that is perfect. Mr. Right and Mrs. Right who said them. Therefore, I'm sorry to tell you, they are none. You see, this world has a way of messing yin up somehow. And so, when you see somebody and you think the person should be perfect, you might not find that. But if your relationship was started on the right footing, all the information that you need, you had it, I bet you, your relationship, it will do well, it will thrive, it will grow, and you will see the love growing each day. Why do marriages fail? And that's the essence of this video. Why are they failing? They are failing because of lack of preparation. That's all. People don't prepare. Because, let me give you an example. And this is from the Bible. Isaac did not know Rebecca. They never courted. They never went out dating. The first day Isaac saw Rebecca, that was their wedding day. But we never read in the Bible, baby, these people, no, they were having issues. That is not to say they didn't have issues. They had. But because the grounds was prepared well, because those people, the two of them, they had a certain understanding, their marriage was able to thrive. Yours too can thrive if we have enough preparation. So marriage is a tax. And people say marriage is this only university you'll never graduate. It's true. Because every day, people from P, I'm always being a wonder to my wife, and she's also being a wonder to me, because there are things you will discover. But what will make this relationship or the Amawariano to stand is that you have prepared well. And you have love. But the preparation, you hear me. Because odotimiteko. But if your mind and your heart are well prepared, and you have a lot of information, I bet you, even if Odono goes out of the window for a short while, you'll be able to manage and bring it back in. And so, we will be starting and we'll be talking about dating. We'll be talking about sex. We'll be talking about all the things that you think we shouldn't be talking about. I had it. This is not a church. This is the correct platform where you have to get all the information. Now, let me give you a funny, something to laugh about. There was this gentleman who, after marrying Oba for some years, he had a problem with Obano, and then he went to his pastor. Now, and then the pastor named Kasana, and the pastor said, Mama, Jinaye, can't you worry about you because you made a vow to her. I said, Pastor, made a man vow be also from the kind or Casamin Kennedy. I mean, you can have a laugh about it, but the reality is that there are a lot of people who just repeated a bunch of words after Osophobi. They didn't mean them. Some, they meant it, but because the grounds was not that fertile, they didn't prepare well. And many churches and many people pay thousands of dollars and CDs and euro and pounds for people to teach them and coach them into marriage and do all that. It will shock you that people do that, but as they go through the process, and yeah, we're giving it to you free. Marriage is a demanding task. It calls for knowledge, it calls for effort, it calls for maturity, it calls for patience, it calls for outside guidance. You need to listen to people. It calls for outside support. And that is what we are doing. And so catch us next week, Thursday, when we'll bring you the next in the series. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy yourself.